Moshe Isheya Omo Ogun Isheya. Thank you very much. Long live Ogun State. Okay, let's have our seat, please. Mr. Doyin, can you please come up? We will have a quick introduction of the dignitaries and we'll move into the program proper.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, once again. Taking the introduction part, I would first like to introduce the Honorable Commissioner for Health, who is the chief host for today's event. The person I can call Madam Sustainability, in the person of Dr. Tomi Koka. You are very welcome, ma'am. You're very welcome, ma'am. Thank you very much. Dr. Tomi Koka is currently staying the Chief of Health in Ogun State, and the recent indices in Ogun State show that we are moving in the right direction. Thank you, ma'am. You are very welcome, ma'am. I equally want to recognize the presence of the special advisor to the Governor on Health, Dr. Tayo Lawal. You are welcome, sir. The Executive Secretary of Ogun State Primary Care Board, in person of Dr. Mushola Elijah. You are welcome, sir. I recognize. Thank you very much. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Health, Dr. Kehinde Ololade. You are welcome, sir. I want to use the singular honor to introduce the first Executive Secretary of Ogun State Primary Healthcare Development Board. That is when this board was founded in January 2009. He was the one who first steered the ship of Ogun State Primary Healthcare Board. He is now one of our royal fathers, and that is the Alayelua Oba Dr. Adetoye Mojid Alatishe, Ilufemiloye Ogunroye Gadi 6. The big Gonde of Ososa. You are welcome, sir. Thank you very much for honoring us. You're welcome. It's pertinent to know that the Begonde just celebrated his 11th year on the throne, and you continue to live long, sir. You are welcome, sir. Also, I could probably want to recognize one of the traditional rulers here joining us, the Olu of Orile Tesiland. That's the first Oba of Utesiland, in the person of Oba Adeniyi Oloyinka Emolu from Odeda local government. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome, sir. I equally want to recognize and introduce this man because he was there right in the beginning, and he has been a source of inspiration and guiding us. That's the director of the Challenge Initiative. And just permit me to also introduce some of his team that came with him, Dr. Lekon Ajijojetu, the Deputy Director, Dr. Kunle Omotosho, who is the Program Manager. And I also quite want to use this opportunity to also introduce some of our directors that are here, everyone present. You are highly welcome. Our Director of Admin and Supply, Director of Planning, Research and Statistics, the Director of PSC, and Director of Finance and Account. Thank you very much. You are all welcome. To continue in for this meeting, I would like to invite the Executive Secretary of Ogun State Primary Care Board, Dr. Mushola Elijah, to give his welcome and opening remarks. Dr. Mushola Elijah, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. We do not welcome our online participants. The Honorable Commissioner for Health, as the MC rightly stated, our mother that always talk about sustainability, Dr. Tomi Koka, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Health, Dr. Tayo Lawal, the SSA, Dr. Kehinde Ololade, our Royal Highness, Alayeluwa, Oba Dr. Adetoye Mojid Alatishe, the Oba from our homeland, the homeland of Honorable Commissioner 2, Oba Adeniyi Oluyinka Elemulu, the Olu of Orile Itesi, our worthy partners, Dr. Victor Igaro, the Director TCI Nigeria, and his team, Dr. Lekon and Dr. Kunle Omotosho, the management of Ogun State Primary Care Board, the DAS, Director of PRS, Director of Finance and Accounts, and Director of PAC, all our partners here, ladies and gentlemen of the press, good morning. I have the privilege and to be here this morning to give this remark because we have gone a long way on this project. This project started around 2016, and fortunate enough, the signing of the program document for the whole country, Dr. Victor will remember, happened in Ogun State during the National Council on Health. So we are very lucky as a state to witness the beginning of this laudable initiative that have addressed the demand side and the supply side of family planning in Nigeria. We as a state have been very lucky because transition in government has not affected in any way the implementation of this program. And at this moment, I want everyone to give the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Koka, a round of applause, because she met this program. If it had been some commissioner they would have invited Dr. Victor maybe several times to come and explain himself. Dr. Victor, you are so lucky, because you never got any call for you to come and explain anything about this project. And she has been able to midwife this project. For the past 2 years, she has been here, and we are having a happy ending. We are grateful that TCI, with support from Bill and Melinda Gates, has invested in the lives of women and children in this state. And at the dinner yesterday, the Honorable Commissioner was asking, what was the baseline? And if you can look at it in a crude method, the state has been able to achieve almost double, moving from 16 to 30-something% in our CPR. So we're indeed very grateful that this project has been able to achieve one or two things, and has been able to ensure that lives of mothers are saved, and also our babies are living well. So on this note, with this few remarks of mine, on behalf of the Honorable Commissioner for Health, who is our chief host, I would like to welcome each and every one of us to this all-important meeting, and also wish our online viewers a very warm welcome. I wish us a very fruitful deliberation in this meeting. Thank you very much, everyone.
Can we give the Executive Secretary another round of applause? Okay, right now we'll be taking the goodwill message. That is the next thing on the agenda. And the first goodwill message will be from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And it's a video. It will play right now on our screen.
Dear partners and stakeholders, I bring you greetings from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, funders of the Challenge Initiative in Nigeria and partner of the state. The vision of the Gates Foundation is for a Nigeria where health system actors and traditional and religious leaders and other community influencers regularly and effectively work together to continuously improve the quality of primary health care in Nigeria and nurture community demand for trust in and use of services. We have observed with keen interest and pride your growth in leading and driving implementation of family planning in partnership with the Challenge Initiative, TCI. We are indeed proud of your advancement over the period of TCI support, and we heartily felicitate you on your graduation, which represents the point of your transition to self-reliance. This is indeed a proud moment where you showcase how you have championed business unusual in family planning program these past 4 years. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank and congratulate the TCI team for having demonstrated over the last 5 years strong experience implementing programs in Nigeria, a thorough understanding of scale, sustainability, lasting partnership with states, and innovative financing models in reproductive health and adolescent and youth sexual and reproductive health. They were able to build an extensive network of partners across the 14 states where they support them investing in and implementing family planning programs to further their human capital. This is not really the end, but transition to greater achievement. By attaining graduation status, your state is now a center of excellence and learning, and we look forward to future collaboration. Congratulations for coming this far, and congratulations again for the distance you still go to address the needs of women and girls in your state. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the next goodwill message is from the Gates Institute.
Your Excellencies, Honorable State Ministry of Health officials, Honorable State Primary Healthcare Development Agency officials, our donors, development partners, TCI officials, and other partner agencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I bring you greetings from the Challenge Initiative headquarters at the Gates Institute at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health in Baltimore, USA. And I also bring you greetings from all the 108 geographies that are implementing TCI's approaches in Africa and Asia. They bring you messages of congratulations on the great achievements in your program in your state. My name is Kojoloko. I am the Executive Director of the Challenge Initiative. It is indeed an honor and privilege to join you for this all-important event as we take stock of our achievement and set new heights for ourselves. TCI joined hands with you about 4 years ago, and you sat in the driver's seat and led this business unusual approach to improve family planning indicators in your state. I know initially TCI's methodology of supporting from behind was new, but sooner than later, you got into the rhythm of it. We at TCI believe this is how development assistance should be, that development partners support from behind as the beneficiary geography or state leads the intervention. It has been a fruitful partnership, and we have seen the state take on the high impact interventions, build the required capacities, and work on improving the family planning indicators. A lot will be said today about those details, and so I will not belabor them. I would, however, like to address 5 points that I'd like to leave with you. The first one is the importance of leadership, good management, and coordination. These 3 things are the backbone of a successful public health intervention. That is why TCI put a lot of emphasis and supported in this area. And your state has demonstrated excellently leadership, good management and coordination. My request to you is maintain it, support it, make sure that it's front and center. Technical capacity is important, but technical capacity without leadership, good management, and coordination will fall flat on its face. So I really encourage you to uphold these three areas in delivering the expected or maintaining the successes that we've achieved. The second one is resources. Kudos to the state for making family planning resources available during this period and ensuring that there's a budget line item for family planning. Continue to do that. We hope that you will continue to increase the amount of these budget line items for family planning as the years go by. Above all, we do hope that these resources are spent in the most efficient way to improve our family planning indicators. The third thing I'd like to underscore is that with the transformation that we have seen in the frontline LGAs, please step up the diffusion to the other LGAs. It's important that these major transformations in the LGAs in family planning be sent to all the corners of the state. And the capacity has been built at the state level at the LGA level that we can export it to all the other LGAs as well. The fourth one is that the business unusual platform of TCI has demonstrated its ability to layer on other primary healthcare areas. And therefore, we as TCI will be working hard to see that we can layer on other primary healthcare areas on family planning as family planning has been successful in the state. And so we will be having those joint conversations moving forward. And as we are able to attract resources to do that, we will be in touch and see how we can layer on other primary healthcare areas to strengthen primary healthcare in the state. The fifth, which is the last and not the least, is that as TCI steps back and the state takes full charge and with this intervention, we will be working with you to continue to track impact and your successes. Anytime that we see you identify gaps for which you need some technical input, please reach out to us. Once we have forged this relationship, we will continue to remain a strong partner to development in your state. Once a TCI member, forever a TCI member. And therefore, we hope that as we move on, that our relationship will continue to develop and even be much stronger than has been in the past years. Once again, I'd like to congratulate you all, congratulate the state and its leadership for a fantastic job in bringing the state to this point in its family planning indicators. The sky is the limit. I believe that what we have seen and the demonstrated leadership that we will, the state will even go even much higher places. We congratulate especially the advocacy.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we'll continue with the goodwill messages. We'll take the goodwill message from the CCP TCI Nigeria, and we have Dr. Victor Igaro, the Director TCI. Doing that. Okay, sorry, we'll be taking from CCP Baltimore.
So for the want of time, I will just stand on existing protocol, but I want to specially acknowledge the KBSs here, as well as the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tommy Coker, and other distinguished leaders, ladies and gentlemen. I am particularly excited about this event. I'm looking back at about 4.5 years ago when we started in Ogun State. It brings a lot of feeling of nostalgia, looking at all the hurdles that we went through, trying to sell the business unusual model, in Ogun State as well as other states. But I'm also very delighted to see that all the investments, technical investments, financial investment has paid off. And indeed, more women, more girls, and more families are able to have access to family planning services and adolescent reproductive health services. I am also pleased to see that investment for family planning has incrementally improved over time. And I also want to thank the Honorable Commissioner for Health for your commitment to sustain the gains so far in family planning, as well as other health areas. One of our strategies in TCI is to work through traditional religious institutions. And I was fortunate in one of the instances to be around for the popular Ilishabi Festival. And that really shows that festival created a platform for family planning messages to be disseminated to the grassroots. And that really reinforced that traditional institutions have a huge role to play in ensuring that more people are able to have access to information about health services, and much more importantly, advocate for health services to be provided, especially to the last mile. I also acknowledge the role of the religious leaders from diverse faith groups and how they have contributed to the results that we have seen to date. And I hope that this will be sustained. I will not finish my speech without acknowledging the role that young people play in championing family planning services and how they have added their voices to ensuring that they also are a part of this movement. Ogun State is known for a very rich collection of tertiary institutions and also a very huge population of young people. And we have seen over the years that these young people can actually have a voice and can actually be involved in championing issues around health, as well as issues around family planning. Finally, I want to mention that just like other people that spoke before me, that this is really not the end of our partnership, but this is the beginning of the future, and the future where states continue to lead and drive implementation, the future where states know how to identify their resources and are able to harness those resources to the common good of the people, and the future where sustainability is not what is done at the end of a project, but what is built as a foundation of every project. And we're happy to be part of this future. I want to convey my appreciations to His Excellency, the Governor of the state, Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun MFR, for his continued support to healthcare in Nigeria, to healthcare in Ogun State, and by extension, demonstrating the same leadership in Nigeria. And I hope that there will be future opportunities to work together. Long live Ogun State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for that goodwill message. So right now we'll be taking the goodwill message for CCP Baltimore.
Of greetings. I'm so honored to be with you. And on behalf of the entire Johns Hopkins University Center for Communication Program, CCP, our global family says congratulations to you on successfully reaching this wonderful milestone of graduation. Over the past few years, I've watched in awe as we have come together as partners to tirelessly pour our hearts, our minds, and energy into improving the quality of family planning services. It has taken an incredible amount of hard work and sacrifice and tenacity. And even through the COVID-19 pandemic, none of this changed. And so our deepest gratitude goes out to everyone who has stood behind the innovative, impactful TCI model over the past few years. Those who have served as leaders, guides, and mentors, we say thank you. And those who have done such incredibly hard work in the communities and the health facilities, we say thank you. At CCP, we're strong believers in partnerships and in walking hand in hand. At CCP, we're strong believers in being evidence-driven and being willing to learn as we go. I believe that it's because we together embodied these values that we improved access to and improved the quality of family planning services. And so we are so incredibly proud of you and celebrate with you that you changed the family planning landscape. And so once again, on behalf of the entire Johns Hopkins University Center for Communication Programs family, we say congratulations to you all on successfully reaching this incredible milestone of graduation. To all our partners, we say thank you for choosing to walk with us in partnership and for being willing to achieve so much together with us. And to the CCP TCI project team, we are so incredibly proud of you and celebrate.
We'll still continue in our goodwill message. So right now I'll be calling on our family planning champions. And the first person I'll be calling is the Alayelua of the Great Gonde of Ostosalan, Oba Adetoye Alatishe. So he'll be giving us a minute goodwill message right now.
Thank you very much. I think we should first of all start with the idea that 1 minute means 1 hour. Honorable Commissioner, it's always a pleasure to see you. My dear brothers, the SA on health, I don't know where SSA has disappeared, but it's also well recognized. Kábíyèsí Aláìlúwà, Olú of Vitesse, and I greet our partners, our doctors and directors of different partners that are here today. Must not forget my son, the ES of primary health care. As I said earlier on, if you call me for a meeting or for something of this nature, and I ask us to give a goodwill message of 1 minute, I should just probably ask the traditional drummers to just sing a song and then we go. But that will not be enough. I want to appreciate the Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, Omoba Prince Japo Abiodun MFR. For this opportunity to be here once again, because you know, my first love is medicine. As a medical doctor, naturally, I'm always interested in anything that has to do with health. But suffice to just say that when he came on board, one of the first things I said to the governor was primary health is way forward for us because we are not that developed in Africa, in Nigeria for that matter. And all these secondary and tertiary medical institutions are on their own, okay. And I'm sure that the commissioner can handle that area. But primary health, we are still far away. Though we've made very significant improvement. And that has to do with whoever is in the office. There have always been governors and there will always be governors. I know probably the first civilian governor of Ogun State, the late Bishop Obanjo, was instrumental into my going to medical school to study in Russia. But there's no gainsaying that the present governor Dababodun, is an excellent governor. And he has done well in health. He listened and he takes advice, and is particularly passionate about the health of our people. And I can say the same thing about the Commissioner of Health. I've met her before now. I've been in her office, paid courtesy call, and we've been watching her steps, particularly the sustainability matter. And I'm particularly happy that she has a sobriquet of Madam. I've worked with commissioners before, but you are a particularly special, unique person, either from your background, your training as a British and American trained medical doctor. Coming into this office, you have demonstrated so much passion that your inputs and your footprints, you can be rest assured, I will not be forgotten in the jiffy. The issue here, as you have noted, and some people have also mentioned, is sustainability. I can reassure you that your children, the ones you are living whenever you be, because the office is not a permanent office, but the people that we are working with, the civil servants, I can assure you that they will do very well. Because when I was there, we started primary health. I know what it is today. I'm so impressed with what they've done, and I cannot find enough time to talk about all of them. Some of whom I not even recognize when I saw them today. Shola here used to be my PA, and when she greeted me, I just said hello. Then I began to ask after her from her, and she was like, "It is me." I said, "Ah." After so many years, they have not asked to be moved from primary health or health ministry. It means that they enjoy the work they are doing Kayode, all of them. I'm so happy to see them here today. And that means that the leadership is really important. You have done very well, and God will continue to protect you and will keep you in good health. It's suffice to just thank our partners, the TCI, CCP, and all of them. And to also say, when you say you are rounding up a program after 5 years in a country like Nigeria, we can only wish that you didn't take that step. But I'm also emboldened and reassured by some of the lessons and some of the messages we've had about the fact that you continue to do something from the back. There's no doubt that in a country like Nigeria, in Africa, it is the support that we get from partners that can continue to keep us until we can be on our feet. As the commissioner said yesterday at the sitting, and I like that idea that America, Britain, and all these developed countries have done over 200 years. We are just 61 years old. What are we talking about? But in the same vein, we are also into using all the modern gadgets. There's no modern gadgets in the world that you will not find in Nigeria. And so we must also elevate our ideas and elevate the leadership, which is very important, to put people in offices that will continue to demonstrate good leadership. And lastly, I want to also say that our program, that's Baba God. I want to request that we continue to encourage our traditional people in health in our programs. Reproductive health will be sustainable as long as we continue to educate and work with the people at the local level, particularly the traditional birth attendants. I was happy that this year, thereabout, there was a program with traditional birth attendant, which was not there in the last administration. During our own, I know we did quite a lot of things with TBA. I don't know, in the last administration, it was as if there are no longer TBAs in the country. Meanwhile, in my own society, in my own area, it is the TBAs that are doing more of delivery than even the health centers in our area. And we continue to work with them. In my own town, the head of warded committees are all traditional birth attendants. And we work with them all the time and we educate them. I think this should continue, but with more support from foreign partners and the like. This sustainability on reproductive health can be carried a lot far higher if we continue to work with people at the traditional level. I thank you very much for this honor. Thank you for inviting me here.
Sure. Okay, so we will not take much of our time. We are still on the goodwill messages. I would also like to call on one of our family planning champion. He's also a KBSC, the Alayeluwa Oba Oluyinka Adeniyi, the Olu of Orile Tesiland. I welcome you, sir, to give your goodwill message.
First of all, I would like to say a big thank you to this TCI for bringing this a very good and fantastic program to our state. And secondly, I would like to say a big thank you to our amiable governor, Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun, and also to our dear sister, our loved one, our daughter, Dr. Tomi Kuka. I would like this podium to please permit me to speak and in Yoruba language with my, because I love my culture. And I would like you to please join me and sing this song for my beautiful sister. Omo Olijo Baba, Kama Abinu Omo. Ayele, Omo Olijo Baba, Kama Abinu Omo. Tomi Yijo Baba Eju. Omo Olijo Baba, Kama Abinu. Let me say, welcome to the doctor, to the SC, to the Commissioner for Health. And my doctor, I don't remember your name, sir. I see welcome. And my Alayeluwa Baba, my good brother. Mo fẹ́ kí àwa tá wà ńbí ká mọ̀ pé àṣà wa ni Yorùbá. So èmi máa ń fẹ́ láti máa da Ìgbò papọ̀ mọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa. Ṣé rí ètò yìí? Inú mi dùn fún àṣeyọrí ńlá tí ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ṣe. Inú mi dùn púpọ̀ nígbà tí mo ń gbọ́ program yìí lórí rédíò lánàá. Nígbà tí wọ́n invite ọmọ wa àyànfẹ́ Olódùmarè Dr. Tomi Kuka lórí rédíò lánàá. Ìmọ̀ràn mi ni wípé gẹ́gẹ́ bí bàbá wa ti sọ, Aláyélúwà, àwa ọba tá wà ní gbèríko, I need the orientation ṣe rí iṣẹ́ yìí ó gbọ́dọ̀ wọ ilẹ̀ dáadáa. Àwọn primary health center wa, I need kẹjọ kẹ bá wa ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí. Àwọn kan dẹ̀ ń kiri, mo máa ń sọ, mo sì sọ níbi tó ń pè mí ní last week. Àwọn chemist, àwọn ní tó ń ta oògùn. Mo sọ wípé àwọn kan máa ń kiri oògùn káàkiri ìgbèríko, abúléko. Àwọn opportunity ta ní láti sọ fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ aṣíwájú wa nìyí o. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kẹ́ bá wa ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣe rí àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe fún wa yìí ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Àsìkò yín, ìgbà yín kò ní parẹ́. Ṣe rí ètò tí gómìnà gbà wọlé yìí, èyí tí ọmọ wa Tómi Kókà tó ṣe agbátẹrù rẹ̀ tó sì ṣe àṣeyọrí ẹ̀ yìí, ó ti wà nínú àkọsílẹ̀ tí ò lè tán láéláé. Nítorí àwọn tó ń pè lórí rédíò lánàá, àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n ń béèrè, àwọn nǹkan tó nítumọ̀ dáadáa ni lórí ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí. Inú mi dùn pé wọ́n ń dá wọn lóhùn àwọn question tó dáa. Ṣùgbọ́n my dear sister, my essay to the governor, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá wa sọ fún governor wípé ẹ ṣì máa wá àwọn tó máa wá sí gbèríko káàkiri o. Ọ́fíìsì gbọ́dọ̀ wá káàkiri gbèríko tó máa fún àwọn ìyá wa, àwọn bàbá wa, àwọn àbúrò wa ní orientation. Because àwa tá a jẹ́ ọba sí gbèríko la mọ̀ wípé Bíbélì sọ ó ní àwọn èèyàn mi ṣègbè nítorí wọn kò ní ìmọ̀. They were lack of knowledge. Wọn ò ní ìmọ̀ kankan lórí gbogbo. Ẹlòmíì ò mọ nǹkan tí wọ́n fi condom ṣe. Ẹ wo net tẹ̀ ẹ̀ ha yẹn. Ẹlòmíì gàrí ló fi ń bò lábúlé. Gàrí ló fi ń bò. Nọ́tàn tí ńgbà tá a dìde tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kọ́ wọn bọ́n ṣe máa ṣe nǹkan tó gbọ́dọ̀ fi ṣe. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gbogbo primary health center wa, ẹ wá bá wa túnṣe, ẹ bá wa fi àwọn èèyàn sí ìgbèríko dáadáa. Kò tún wá sí àwọn nọ́ọ̀sì púpọ̀. Nọ́ọ̀sì bíi 2-3 ni kọmíṣánná ń sanwó ẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ mi tó gba pásínálì tó sanwó fún lóṣù. So inú mi dùn. I'm very happy to be here today because I must to tell you this. This is fantastic program. The TCI people, I say a very big thank you to you. And lágbára Ọlọ́run, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má gbàgbé wa kò ìparí síbi o. Àwa fẹ́ sí o. Oliver Twist ni wa o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ̀yin náà adé rí pé we are very accommodative in Ogun State. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Ìtó bá tún dáa jù báyìí lọ, ẹ tún gbé wá fún ọmọ wa. Obìnrin bí ọkùnrin lẹ ń wò yìí. Èèyàn tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìlú ẹ̀, èèyàn tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ aráàlú ẹ̀, èèyàn tó kò máa ń discriminate. Kò síbi tí kò sẹ́ni tó wá bá bó ṣe wà yìí, kò sí program tó gbé wá tí dókítà ò ní fi gbogbo ara sí. Bàbá tó dẹ̀ bí wa lọ́jọ́, bàbá wọn ò fi ọ̀lẹ kọ́ wa láti kékeré torí pé bàbá wọn ló rán mi lọ sí school. Bàbá wọn dẹ̀ ló gbé adé lé mi lórí. Mo ń sọ eléyìí bó ṣe rí ni mo ṣe sọ. We are the same blood. So a kì í ṣọ̀lẹ. Tẹ́ bá dé village, ẹ bá bèmí náà, mo ń bẹ pákí, mo ń ṣe gàrí. Nítorí pé wọ́n fi iṣẹ́ kọ́ wa dáadáa. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà, ẹ ṣe doctor, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá wa sọ fún governor wípé a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn o, gbogbo àwa ọmọ Ogun State, àwa ládéládé fún nǹkan ńlá, nǹkan ribiribi tí wọ́n gbé wá sí ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Ṣùgbọ́n ó kù ní ìbọn oró. Kán jọ̀ọ́ kán bá wa fojú sí gbogbo primary health care wa. Bàbá kí wọ́n jọ̀ọ́ a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Last not on the list, Kábíyèsí Aláìlúwà, mo enjoy gbogbo speech yín nítorí pé ẹ fi hàn yí pé you are a good doctor, you are a qualified doctor, you know what you are talking about, Èmi fi àsìkò yìí sọ fún ẹ̀sìn àti doctor àti commissioner pé kí gómìnà jọ̀ọ́ kán bá wa yàn wọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí alága tó máa wà lórí àwọn ọba tó máa káàkiri ìgbèríko láti máa láyé àwa ọba. Nítorí mo lọ kí kábíyèsí kan jọ kan sá, ó dẹ̀ kó paracetamol mẹ́rin sọ́wọ́ at a time. Kábíyèsí ẹgbẹ́ mi ni o, ó kó paracetamol mẹ́rin sọ́wọ́ at a time. Mo ní kí ló dé kábíyèsí, ó ní bá ṣe ní kó máa lò nìyẹn. Ẹlòmíì oníṣẹ́ méje ló máa bèrè káàkiri lábúlé. Ní àná, woman kan béèrè oògùn kan, àṣẹ ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ló máa ń lo oògùn yẹn, ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ló máa ń pín oògùn yẹn, wọ́n ní ó pò oògùn yẹn bákan, mo ní irú oògùn lélẹ́yìí. Woman kan sọ pé ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ló máa ń jẹ́ kó ṣọ́ra. Kíkìkì báyìí máa wú, ó dẹ̀ kó mẹ́rin sọ́wọ́, mo ní So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, I'm very grateful for the opportunity that you give to me to stand before this protocol. I say a big thank you to you all. Long life and prosperity to Ogun State. Long life and prosperity to Nigeria. Long life and prosperity to each of us that's here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for the goodwill message, Kabiesi. Right now, we'll be taking the goodwill message from representative of Pathfinder International Nigeria, and doing that is Ms. Kosi Izundo. Let's give her a round of applause as she comes to give a goodwill message.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Please allow me to stand on already existing protocols. On behalf of the Country Director of Pathfinder International, Dr. Amina Aminu Dorai, I bring greetings from Abuja and the Pathfinder International team. Pathfinder International has been working with the Ogun State Governor and the government in general in the area of reproductive health and family planning for the past 5 to 6 years. And we have had the privilege to work with the TCI, partnering with them during the course of these years. We congratulate the Challenge Initiative for this giant stride, and we wish them greater heights, while we also hope for sustainability of all the achievements in the state. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that brave goodwill message. I will also be calling on the representative for CCI project in the state, in person of Mr. Samson Ugochukwu.
Good day, everyone. I plead to be allowed to stand on the existing protocol. From HAF and CCSI on Rashidin project, we're also a sister partner to TCI on reproductive health in the state. We sincerely want to appreciate and congratulate TCI for this laudable success and for creating a wonderful platform for other partners in the state to leverage on. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I'll be calling on the Executive Director, Youth Future Savers Initiative, in person of Mr. Tayo. He will be representing the civil society organization in the states to give their goodwill message.
Thank you very much. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I'm actually giving this goodwill message on behalf of 3 of the CSO partners that work with the Challenge Initiative. That's Life Agenda Initiative, Planned Parenthood Federation of Nigeria, and the Youth Future Savers Initiative. Indeed, the TCI project has been something we call the business unusual. And indeed, we had experienced that as civil society organization. The project in itself has built capacity of the CSOs, its staffs, and the various volunteers that worked across the implementing local government. We worked in 9 local governments, and I must say that it was indeed a time to build capacity. And one of the key learning that was emphasized that we must talk about is the model of TCI, which is a model that involves everybody, all stakeholders. It has enabled us to work together with both the public, the private sector, and I'm sure that experience would not be forgotten. I must also say that one other unique thing the project did was to focus on what we call high impact activities. So it was not just doing things, but it was doing things that will give results. And I must say it was responsible for some of the results that the program had. And we must give it to them. Lastly, I will not end this goodwill message without acknowledging the role the State Ministry of Health and the Primary Healthcare Development Board played in providing an enabling environment. I think the ministry and the board deserve a round of applause. Please kindly join me to appreciate this too. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that goodwill message. Next, I'll be calling on the representative of the Interfaiths group in Ogun State for their goodwill message. Okay, I have Reverend coming up.
Well, I have to stand on existing protocol, and I'm presently the chairman of Interfaith Alliance for Ogun State. I'm congratulating TCI and the Ogun State Primary Healthcare Development Board and all. And I want to say that the good thing here about sustainability is that we are the very expression of sustainability. We came with TCI, but we are not living with TCI. And I believe that things will continue to work well, even as we are around to partner with Ogun State for the continuation of family health care in Ogun State. Thank you and congratulations.
Can we give him another round of applause for the goodwill message? Right now, I want to call on the dance group to quickly give us some entertainment. Let's give them a round of applause as they come up for their presentation. alẹ́ wa kó dára òwúrọ̀ wa kó tòrò bí omi àfòwúrọ̀ kan lónìí yẹ̀yẹ̀lé. Ẹsẹ̀ ìkálẹ̀ rẹ kó dára òwúrọ̀ rẹ kó tòrò bí omi àfòwúrọ̀ kan lónìí.
Ayáyáré mo mọ̀, ayáyáré mo mọ̀, mi ò mọ ti ká má rojú korokoro. Màmá mi tẹ́mi kókà, ọmọ bàbá mi adẹ́rù kọ́kọ̀, ikú òní pẹ́ fún mi ò ní wàṣọ òfò. Ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ọmọ Lísàbí ọmọ òòrùn lọ́tà, ọmọ yúnmuyúnmu lè rún kélẹ̀ gbà lé. Èyí ò bá ké yúnmuyúnmu, ìyẹn a máa bòrò lọ ní ilẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ tí mo lọ fẹ́ gbà lé. Tí mo délé ọmọ tó bí yín lọ́mọ nílé bàbá mi adẹ́rù kọ̀kọ̀, mo ní kí wọ́n forò yín hàn mí lọ́jọ́ sí. Kàrà tó yẹ kó forò yín hàn mí kọ́ pẹlẹbẹgi ni wọ́n gbélé mi lọ́wọ́. Màmá mi orínúure, ikú ò ní pa ẹ́ fún mi ò ní wàṣọ òfò. Lásìkò tí o ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ó ga sí kò ní bàjẹ́ o. Àwọn ládéládé lóyè nípínlẹ̀ Ògùn wọ́n wí pé kíṣẹ́ máa lọ sí. Màmá mi ó dá nítorí tómi kókà mi ẹ̀jẹ̀ ìsáré délé bàbá mi gómìnà ọmọ Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ èrè ni wà tó bá wù Jẹ̀bú àdẹ́ni tiẹ̀ ní wíníwíní nítorí gómìnà mi kábíyèsí gbẹ́gànnè ọba ọ̀sọ̀sà ikú òní pa ẹ́ fún mi bàbá mi nínú Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ èrè ni wà tó bá wù Jẹ̀bú kọ́ àdẹ́ni tiẹ̀ ní wíníwíní tó bá sì wù Jẹ̀bú kọ́ àdẹ́ni tiẹ̀ ní wíníwíní ọmọ alágẹmọ òfin wọ̀yọ̀wọ̀yọ̀ ọmọ adìẹ gbàlókù ara òrókù ara òradìyẹ ọmọ òun ṣe ni ọ̀yọ̀yọ̀ ọ̀yọ̀yọ̀ máa ń yọ̀ mọ́ òun ṣe ni kò lè pa ni ọmọ adúrúmọdé ọmọ adúrúmọṣù pẹ̀lú jẹ Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ èrè ni wà bàbá mi kábíyèsí ọba orílẹ̀ ìtẹ́sí mi bàbá mi onínúure ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ọmọ Lísàbí ọmọ lọ́tà ẹ̀ máa gbọ́ ìtẹ́sí òròkì adíṣe bí ìtẹ́sí láàrin ìtẹ́sí oríṣi bí bàbá ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan nílé bàbá tó bí yín lọ́mọ ọba kẹ́ẹ̀pẹ́ kíkó òní parí fún mi o. Wọ́n ní ìgbà ọkọ́ ìgbà àdá wọ́n bókè dìtẹ̀ òkè jẹ òkè òmu òkè ló lékè àwọn abínú jẹ ẹni ẹ̀yin ilẹ̀ máa lékè àwọn abínú jẹ ẹni abálájọ tí wọ́n ṣe sọ pé ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn nọ́mbà 1 náà ni Aṣíwájú ọmọ Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún l'Àbújá wọ́n ní Mr. Road ni wọ́n ní Mr. Eti ni wọ́n ní Mr. Infrastructure náà ni wọ́n tún sọ wípé.
Èrò máa wá o, owó máa bọ̀ o, ẹ̀wọ̀n àwòṣe àyà àtàdé dàpọ̀ gómìnà Ògùn èrò máa wá. Thank you. Can we give them a round of applause? Thank you so much. Right now we have some adjustments. So we'll be moving to partnership awards, Ogun video documentary and testimonies. That's what we'll be taking right now. Thank you.
According to the NDHS 2018, the total fertility rate for Ogun State is 5.5. And we felt at the state we need to tell our people to only give back to children they can take care of.
We can see in our society that we have so many people with many children that they could not cater for, considering the standard of living in Nigeria now.
Before, we did not have a budget line for family planning in the state. Then we were having a lot of issues, raising money for training of providers, ensuring that things are done normally.
Thank God for the intervention that we have had over the years in the States. But before then, we noticed that when we talk about family planning, it's like a taboo. This is a Yoruba side of the country, whereby meaning that you don't count children or their parents. So by the time we start talking about family planning, it means something else to our people. So the challenges start from the belief, the cultural, the traditional issues, then even among the elite one, the ignorance are also there.
People are majorly biased when they see young people coming to the facility to access family planning services or contraceptives. So they are like, why are you coming? You're supposed to be in school. Why this? Some might even go to the extent of maybe if you live in their community, maybe getting the contacts of your parents to report you, and that bad bias. These are the reasons why most young people don't even go to the health facility to access contraceptives.
But when TCI came, they came up with how you can domesticate things. That, okay, we are there or we are not there, you can still function as a state. So we are partnering with them in terms of training, in terms of mobilization, in terms of service delivery, data gathering, processing data and using data for action.
At the policy level, the TCI program was able to give us the leverage, and the leverage we had was the 4 thematic areas in which TCI operated, which include advocacy, research, monitoring and evaluation, social behavioral communication change, and also service delivery.
We also learned that, taking lead as a state, whatever programs we have from our supporting partners, when we take lead as a state, we will be able to achieve. And that's one of the platforms in which, TCI operated, and they actually gave us that opportunity immediately they came. And when I bring my son to the center, that was when they made advert of the family planning of a thing. And I discussed with my husband at home. He actually approved it. That was why I decided to come for the family planning.
TCI has really helped us. Initially, there is no unit, a particular unit for family planning. We just do everything together. But now we have a unit. When a patient is coming, she will just move or go to that unit, meet a skilled worker. They have really helped us in the sense that we've gone for so many trainings, and there is ongoing training every time on the job. So you will not have any issues.
For sustained improvement, we have to continue the education mobilization, and we need to sustain the thematic areas that were laid down, by TCI. So the state would, support that. We have to sustain that, and we would also ensure that when we have opportunities for that program, we integrate with family planning. It's part of the lessons that we learn, that we don't need to wait for a program, program-specific interventions. We need to integrate with others. Actually, I'm very free with my husband in the house right now. In the first place, we use condom, which I don't want to have untimely pregnancy, stuff like that. But ever since I've had the family planning, I don't think we have any issues of sex or anything. I'm comfortable with it.
The way implementation is done, under the TCI partnership, as we like to call it, is that the state government lead and drive implementation. There is no prescriptive intervention or prescriptive way by which partner governments will have to implement those interventions. So how it is done is that there are sets of high impact interventions that are already codified. We have the evidence that these interventions are indeed high impact, and these interventions are presented to the states, and they now, based on their local context, decide what to prioritize. And also based on their available resources, decide on how they want to prioritize those things.
So what TCI brought to bear is using the model, the demand-led model that's been designed to work in certain geographies in Nigeria, and scaling it up, adapting it to different geographies. But the mainstream is actually through supporting the institutions to be able to start where they think they are comfortable enough, they have the resources, as an entry point within the high impact model that's been designed to work for Nigeria. So TCI comes in, not as a project, but as an embedded technical support system to look at the capacities of government and support them, you know, mentoring them, coaching them, helping them leverage on resources because they are not able to see those resources. They help them unbundle those resources. Even there are places where there are no allocations to family planning. TCI enables them to explore existing resources and use that to bridge the gaps of the interventions that they have designed to scale up in those geographies.
We just watched the video documentary of testimonies in Ogun State, partnership that works. While that was ongoing, we had the presence of the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Health, Dr. Malayo Mojoli. She came in. Can we please give her a round of applause? So the next thing that we'll move to right now is recognition of family planning business unusual state program teams and groups. And doing that is the Executive Secretary, Ogun State Primary Healthcare Development Board, Dr. Elijah Ogunshola. Can we give him a round of applause as he comes on stage?
Thank you very much. Because the commissioner is really pressured for time, can we give the commissioner a round of applause for dedicating this time to stay with us? Ma will soon round up. And my task here is very simple, and I would just like to invite everyone at the state level, if you have worked on this project, including the TCI team, can you please come out and take a bow? If you have worked on this project, can you please come? I could see the state family planning coordinator. She drove all the way. She's on leave. She came all the way from Anambra to come and grace this occasion, and she has really been very supportive. Can you just come? Advocacy Working Group, Interfaith, SPC. Can we just come? Honorable Commissioner, these are the beautiful faces that have been the engine room, pillar of support. So whenever you are talking that is the ES, it's actually not the ES. These are the brain behind all the beautiful work I've been doing. Can we just take a bow? Thank you so much, Honorable Commissioner. We can go and have our seats. So to move on very quickly, we have come to the point, the high point of today's event. And we would like to call our mother. They've been calling her Mama Sustainability. Join me with a round of applause to welcome the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Koka, as she gives our response. You're welcome. Let me get that. Let's try it. No, we want to sanitize. That's one. Okay.
Apologies for the delay. They were just sanitizing, ensuring that we comply with the COVID directives as healthcare workers. On that note, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Health, Dr. Tayo Lawal, the Executive Secretary, Primary Healthcare Board, Dr. Elijah Ogunshola, the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Health, Dr. Kendi Ololade and Dr. Omolayo Omochole, the Royal Fathers, Alayeluwa Oba Adetoye Mojid Alatishe, the Bangbede of Ososaland, Bengande of Ososaland, Bengande of Ososaland, Oba Adeni Oluyinka Emulu Olu of Orile Itesiland. If I don't get that right, then they'll need to eject me from this room. That's my village. Dr. Victor Igalo, the director of TCI, Dr. Lekon Ajijola, deputy director TCI, Dr. Kunle Omotosho, program manager, directors and management of Ogun State Primary Healthcare Board, our partners here present, Pathfinder International, Maristope International Nigeria, Society for Family Health, Association of Reproductive and Family Health, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, men and women of press. It is indeed my pleasure this morning to be here. And on behalf of His Excellency, I'd like to thank TCI for the work which they have done in Ogun State, the investment in time, in technical support, in finances, to ensure that our women, our girls, and our children do not die unnecessary death from not having the appropriate family planning methods, and also to improve our family planning, our health indices from 17% to where we are today at 32%. Can you join me in giving TCI resounding applause? What has excited me the most is the model which you brought into the state. Most of our development partners come, they donate to us, and when they leave, we're struggling to continue and sustain what they've been able to achieve. But in this case, we are not afraid in Ogun State, because what I believe is that you have given us enough technical support. You've built capacity. I can see that capacity represented around this room. Not only our healthcare workers, but even our traditional rulers, who are the people who are closest to our people, the grassroots people. And for that, I am very grateful, because for the success of this, as you mentioned, sir, primary healthcare is the closest to our people. We know that although the pyramid is tilted at the moment, we know going in the future, at least our expectation from the structure which His Excellency is putting in place is that 70% of healthcare should be accessed at the primary health center. The vision of His Excellency to provide affordable quality and quality healthcare, and which is accessible to our people, is embedded in the primary healthcare structure, ensuring that we are renovating right now our primary healthcare center. We're investing in the renovation, in the equipping and innovative staffing. We've realized that there's a dearth of healthcare workers, but His Excellency has explored the use of NYC doctors to ensure that doctors are there. We're looking into various models like community midwife, community nurses, to make sure that our people, when they do access our primary healthcare centers, that they have someone to attend to them. We also are financing our primary healthcare center through our basic healthcare provision fund, which is an interest on a monthly basis, and the introduction of the health insurance scheme. So TCI, do not be afraid. I know when you made entry into the state, there was no budget line for family planning. But since this administration, we've invested in procurement of consumables for family planning so that none of our women across the state have to pay for their family planning services in all our centers. And to further buttress that, the sustainable financing model that we're putting in place in the form of the basic healthcare provision and the health insurance will ensure that we are in a position to continue to provide healthcare for free for our women. There are some points made by a colleague who mentioned that this is not the end of a program. It's a transition to self-reliance. We in Ogun State will assure you that with all that you've invested in us, we will be self-reliant. We are, with the leadership that we have in His Excellency, we are poised to march on into the future, to build better, to build our future bigger and better, to ensure that our women we don't reverse in our indices, and to empower our women, because when you have a choice of family planning, it means you choose when you want to have your children, how many you want to have. It means that our women can be empowered, they can contribute positively to the economic development of the state, because we do know that any society that plans to develop has to have a control of its population. So by this intervention, you've empowered us in Ogun State to have a control of our population and also to be able to plan for the future, even disconnected. Even in the healthcare, when we can project the number of babies, children that we're going to have, we can provide adequate quality healthcare. We can provide, as a government, good education. We can provide water. We can actually plan for the future. How do we feed our population? By just that intervention, having family planning and control of our population. So it is exciting times for us, because His Excellency's vision is economic empowerment of Ogun State people and individual prosperity. Individual prosperity can only come to our homes when the women are empowered to contribute economically, to actually decide when their children are born, and to be able to educate their children, because they don't have 12 children to sponsor to school. So on that note, I'd like to appreciate you all for all your contributions, every single person in this room that has contributed to us achieving this self-reliance and being a center of excellence for other states to copy, and also for the output that we got for those high impact interventions that you've done. I am extremely grateful. I would like to recognize the CSOs as well, because I know you are here. So thank you. And as our saying goes in Ogun State, Igbega, Ìpínlẹ̀ Ogun, àjọṣe gbogbo wa ni. Thank you very much for listening. Where do we start? Ẹ ṣé gan ni, Ọlọ́run á celebrate, you know. As part of the event today, we have the launching of the Chronicles of Sustainable Impact at Scale for Reproductive Health, TCI Business Unusual Partnership in Ogun State. So on this note, I declare this magazine launched to the betterment of the people of Ogun State initially, and the entire Nigeria, and hopefully Africa as well. And to the glory of God, I pray that everyone that picks it up actually learns something that will transform their lives. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Do you want? Please, can we all join in, please? It's okay, it's okay.
By the way, we'll move to the presentation of awards. And I would like Dr. Igaro will come.
Yes, I'll do that now. So thank you so much. We are going into presentation of awards. Thank you so much. We are moving into the presentation of awards right now. And I'd like to call on Dr. Victor Igaro, the Director TCI Nigeria, to present this particular award. And Please, you need to do me a lot of favor. You clap your hands together as we welcome the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Ogun State. Yes, for her award, Dr. Tomi Koka, for her immeasurable contribution to family planning in Ogun State and reproductive health in Ogun State. We can do better. We can do better. Thank you so much, Ma, for your contribution in Ogun State. Yes, ma'am. Also, we'll be presenting this award.
Ma, before you sit, Ma, the next award is for the former Commissioner for Health in Ogun State, Dr. Babatunde Kwaye, who happens to be in charge when the TCI came to Ogun State. In absentia, thank you very much, Ma.
The next awardee is the Executive Secretary of Ogun State Primary Healthcare Development Board, Dr. Elijah Ogushola, for his contribution to family planning and reproductive health in Ogun State. I'd like to say a big thank you, sir. You can kindly have your seat, sir. I have the pleasure to invite the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Koka, to do us the pleasure of presenting this award to Oba Adetoye Alatishe, the Begonde of Ososa, for his contribution. He's also a family planning champion because our Honorable Commissioner is also a family planning.
Kabiesi, sir. With deepest appreciation, TCI wishes to thank you, Oba Dr. Adetoye Mojid Alatishe, Bengonde of Ososa, for his immeasurable contributions and support to family planning and reproductive health in Ogun State on this day, the 29th of September. We appreciate you, sir, and thank you. We're going to be looking forward to more collaborations with you, sir. Thank you.
Call on Oba Oluyinka Adeniyi, the Olu of Itesi land, or Orile Itesi land, for his award.
The Challenge Initiative, with deepest appreciation, wishes to thank you, Oba Adeniyi Oluyinka Emulu, Olu of Orile Itesi Emulu, for your immeasurable contribution and support to family planning and reproductive health in Ogun State on this date, the 29th of September. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Ma. The Honorable Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Koka. Can we give her another round of applause as she takes her seat? I would like to invite the Special Advisor to the Governor on Health, Dr. Tayo Lawal, for this next presentation of our words. Thank you so much. Can we give him a round of applause as it comes up?
The next set of presentation awards goes to the organizations that TCI have built in Ogun State, and they have been on their own. And I'm sure that as soon as TCI the stepping aside now, they're going to function very well. So the first representative of the award goes to the Interfaith Group. Please, when the representative of the Interfaith will come for the awards.
Thank you very much for supporting us on this project. So on behalf of the TCI, we are presenting this to you in remembrance of all your contributions. Thank you very much. Thank you. Your future
Youth Future Savers Initiative. Thank you, sir. The next awards go to the Planned Parenthood Federation of Nigeria, PPFN. PPFN. You're welcome. The next presentation is for Life Agenda. Life Agenda. These are organizations that are working on the young people in Ogun State, in the 3 central districts in Ogun State. For this site operation, the last one goes to the Family Health Initiative that we know as Advocacy Working Group, the Advocacy Core Group in Ogun State. Thank you very much. They have been in charge of the family planning advocacies in the state.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we give him a round of applause as he goes to take his seat? Okay, so for the next presentation, I would like to humbly call on the Begande of Ososa Land, Oba Dr. Adetoye Alatishe, for the presentation of this award. Thank you, sir. And this particular award is for Ogun State Primary Healthcare Board for its leadership in advancing the family planning program in Ogun State. And I would like to call on the Executive Secretary of Ogun State, Dr. Elijah Ogunshola, to receive this award for Ogun State Primary Healthcare Board. Sakani.
I know, I'm just wondering where it's going to start. This is fantastic, and I'm happy I didn't miss it. Honorable Commissioner, TCI, very important award, TCI Business Unusual, Certificate of Successful Partnership, awarded to Ogun State Primary Healthcare Board for its leadership in advancing the family planning program in Ogun State, signed by Dr. Victor Igaro, and to be received by Dr. Elijah Ogunshola. Congratulations.
Also, the next award I would like to call on Kabiesi Oba Oluyinka Adeniyi, the Olu of Orile Itesiland, for this presentation. And this next award goes to Ogun State Ministry of Health for its leadership in advancing the family planning program in Ogun State. Okay, I have the honor to call on Dr. Tayo Lawal, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Health, to receive this award for Ogun State Ministry of Health.
With the gratitude to God Almighty, I wish to present you this Certificate of Success Partnership Award to Ogun State Ministry of Health for its leadership and advancing the family planning program in Ogun State. Today, September 28, 2021. So, you're welcome.
Obviously, thank you so much, sir. Care Board. Directors, please. Directors from Primary Health Care Board. Okay, for the next set of awards, this will be presented by Dr. Lekon. Dr. Lekon will be presenting, Ajijole will be presenting this next award. The Deputy Director, TCI Nigeria. I have the pleasure of calling Dr. Sonny Salimot Bola to receive our award.
Dr. Sonny, the Director of Primary Health Care, Ogun State Primary Care Board. This award is being given to you for your contribution and efforts towards family planning in Ogun State. Thank you so much, ma. You're welcome. The next awardee is Dr. Kofola Fashola. Yes. Dr. Fashola, the Director of Planning Research and Statistics. You are welcome, man. Thank you so much.
Okay, the next awardee is Mr. Doyoni. He's the State Initiative Manager. He's the one that wrote the expression of interest for TCI to come to Ogun State. So we want to especially appreciate you for your contribution to family planning and reproductive health in Ogun State. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I will call on the next person, the Reproductive Health Coordinator for Ogun State, Dr. Israel Oyeleke Orire, to come forward for his certificates. Is he around? Dr. Israel Orire. Can someone collect on his behalf? Mr. Onikbede. So this certificate is being given to him for his contribution to family planning and reproductive health in Ogun State. Thank you so much for receiving the award on his behalf. Oh, the next person to receive this award is the State Family Planning Coordinator. He's also the advocacy lead for family planning in Ogun State, in person of Mrs. Elizabeth Ikeobi. Can we give her a round of applause as she comes forward to receive our award? She has done so much to make sure that there is immense improvements to family planning in Ogun State. Thank you so much for your good work, ma'am. We appreciate you. Okay, the next awardee is our monitoring and evaluation officer in person of Mr. Olukayo Derun-Shewe. Mr. Olukayo Derun-Shewe. Okay, can someone receive on his behalf? Okay, Mrs. Adekoya will do us the honor of receiving on his behalf. She's already coming. So we want to appreciate him for his making sure we have quality data in Ogun State concerning family planning. Thank you so much, Mr. Olukayo Derun-Shewe.
Thank you very much, Dr. Leko. I also want to invite Dr. Kunle Omotosho to kindly help us to present the next set of awards. And the set of awards also goes to people who have worked immensely in ensuring the increase in the family planning rating of Ogun State. So for this first set of awards, the next person will be Mrs. Olushola Olamide Oyawole to come to receive our awards. And TCI is recognizing our efforts, especially in times of demand generation in Ogun State. She has done tremendously. Thank you. Welcome. The next set of award, the next awardee goes to the Mr. Wahid Eledwede, the state's health educator. The state educator, she himself, now secured. You are highly recognized for your immense contribution, sir. God bless you. Thank you so much. The next awardee is Dr. Joy Ifeoluwa Kisonya. Dr. Joy Ifeoluwa Kisonya too. She's not here. She won't do, okay. Ms. Wale is correcting on our behalf. Thank you very much. She was also once the demand DG lead for family and also the product coordinator. Thank you. The next award is Mr. Onikwede. Mr. Onikwede Olawale. Onikwede Olawale is a gentleman to the core who is in favor of the family planning logistics in the state. Your efforts are recognized. Thank you so much. We hope that you keep the flag flying even after TCI has left. Thank you so much, sir. The next awardee is Mrs. Ogundele Folashade. These are also some silent achievers of family planning in Ogun State. We recognize your efforts, ma'am. Thank you so much. God bless you. We hope that you will not go back. Thank you so much. Also, the state's adolescent youth coordinator, in person of Ms. Olusomoka, you are the next audience. Thank you so much for your efforts. Okay, Dr. Akisonya, you want to take some pics? Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Kulemotosho. You're welcome. I also want the state program coordinator, Mrs. Oyemi, to kindly come to present the next set of awards. Let's give her a round of applause as she comes. That's our SPC for TCI in Ogun State, who has done so well to ensure that the program works in Ogun State. Thank you so much, man. So the next awardee is Dr. Yeli Bakare, the medical officer of health of Afeme Wode local government. You have been recognized for your outstanding support for family planning in Ogun State, and we surely acknowledge this. Thank you so much for your efforts, sir. Thank you. The next awardee is Mrs. Olufumlayo Adekoya, who is also a member of the DPRS MIE units. They have been the ones ensuring that our data is real and on time. Thank you so much for your efforts, ma'am. God bless you. Next awardee is Mrs. Atolagbe Eunice. I know she's not around now. Ms. Atolagbe, she's our SD lead, the service lead for family planning. They are also one of our great foot soldiers for family planning in Ogun State. We duly recognize our efforts. Thank you so much. The next awardee is Ms. Damilola Ogundino. Damilola, are you on call? You are welcome. Yes. She's a medical doctor and a life planning ambassador for Ogun State, and who has been doing tremendously well. Thank you so much for your efforts too. The next awardee is for Mrs. Orioluwa Chineye Ikeobi. That's another pragmatic life planning ambassador for Ogun State. Thank you so much for your efforts.
I would like to invite the Director of Primary Health Care, Ogun State I would like to call on the Director of Primary Health Care in person of Dr. Sonny Salmont to present this next set of awards. So the first person is a life planning ambassador. We have Michael Ogumefon. I know he's not here, so I would like someone to receive on his behalf. Michael Ogumefon for his contribution to family planning program in Ogun State. Okay, I also have here another life planning ambassador, Ikeolu Ajayola. Dr. Dami, can you receive on our behalf? Also, we have Modupe Balogun Kuku. He's also a life planning ambassador. And Olajide Afolagbade, also a life planning ambassador, for all their contribution to family planning program in Ogun State. Thank you. Can you receive on their behalf? Thank you. Okay, for this award, this is awarded to Mrs. Kike Lomo Badejo. She's a family planning reproductive health media advocate in Ogun State. And then we want to recognize her for her contribution to family planning program in Ogun State. Can we have someone receive the award on her behalf? Mrs. Kike Lomo Badejo. Okay, thank you. Okay, next on the agenda, yes, I want to appreciate the Director Primary Healthcare for coming forward to present this award. So next on the agenda, we'll go back. The other time we had to do some adjustments to the agenda. Next on what we'll be having now is synopsis of Ogun State achievements in partnership with the Challenge Initiative. And I would like to call on the State Initiative Manager in person of Mr. Adedoyoni Iton for this presentation. Mr. Adedoyoni Iton, can you kindly come forward for your presentation? Thank you.
Bluetooth connected.
Yeah, good afternoon once again. And I'm presenting the journey towards state government self-reliance, the business unusual model. Yeah, the business unusual model that is to mark this end of project dissemination of the Challenge Initiative in Ogun State. So we have the following timelines for the presentation. Next, which is the timeline and the snapshots, how everything began, what our coverages, the government finances towards family planning, our advocacy agenda, the service delivery milestones, how far we have gone, the demand and adolescents and youth indicators, the AYSA rate achievements, and the impact of program or methods trends. Yeah, the journey so far, that's the business unusual approach. We could see in 2017, actually, we indicated interest as a state in the year 2016 as a family and at the family planning conference then, and we asked to bring out our expression of interest as a state, which we did in 2016. So immediately after that, we were able to pass that, and we went to do the program design, which the team from TCI came. The team from TCI came, and they put us through the program to do. So we commenced implementation then, and we have a lot of catalytic funding from TCI then for us to start. So we did a lot of things for that year. We did the political economy score and the PIA, that is the performance improvement assessment in all our identified health facilities that we did in 2017. These are just, 2017 was just like we are laying the foundation of actually what to do. So in 2018, we continued mass mapping of family planning stakeholders to really know how much we are going to engage every one of them. The establishment and strengthening of platforms, that is, we have to bring about a lot of platforms, the advocacy core group that we also know today as a family health initiative of the state, who are in charge of advancing the advocacy for family planning in the state. Also the SBCC group too, who are also the social and behavioral change communication, who are also in charge of the demand generation for the state too. And many other platforms that we did in 2018. We had a lot of capacity buildings in 2018, the coaching, the training, the on-the-job training, and the integrated supportive supervision. And in that 2018, because of the presence of the TCI, 83% of family planning was released. And that was, it was quite unusual, which was not something that was operational before they came into the state. So we also established and operationalized the family planning data. Then we have the family data, but there's very much little we could do. But with the technical assistance of TCI, we were able to break down our data and see how much we can use the data for improvement, of our services. Then in 2019, we reconstituted the RH and Family Planning Technical Working Group. We developed guidelines and strategies, especially for SBCC, for AYRH in the States. Then we also have another additional funding from Saving 1 Million Lives. That was also, it was there in 2018, and also it was continuing in 2019. We try to ensure that the principle of coaching, support supervision, and mentoring is strengthened in the state. And because we started with 9 LGAs, 9 local government areas, which is we then in 2019 we extended to 11 local governments in the state. And the local government that we chose there were based on we look at the population, actually the urban population, the urban slum, where we can have them. That was what we used. So we extended to 11 LGAs in 2019. Then the rapid intervention across non-demonstration. In 2020, expansion of learning platforms. That in 2020, we are taught something like TCI University. I'm not sure whether we are all familiar with that. TCI University is already a learning platform. So we are also put into some of those platforms so that we can increase our technical capacity and our management skills. Then our strengthening our referral linkages through social media, integration of programs across the various MDAs too. We also look at some of our line ministries. We were able to work much with them and strengthen them so that we can get the best from them. In 2021, where we are demand coaching based on gaps identified by RAISE assessments, we look at how far we are doing. Then our activities, HIE activities led and coordinated by the states. So some of our high impact activities, some of them will now be led by us in the state, rather than what we used to have in the past, which has been led by the TCI. So the opportunity for our high impact interventions through basic healthcare provision fund, this is what we want to do, capitalize on going forward and make sure that some of the gains that we have from TCI is sustained. Next. So our coverage, we implemented in, like I said, in 55 health facilities across 11 AGAs. And our high impact intervention diffused to the other remaining 9 LGAs. Because we've got our 20 LGAs in Ogun State, we are working in 11. And because we're working in 11, some of what we are doing and the other LGAs seem that it's right. They are really taking and buying into them. Like the SBCC, which we do, where we have mobilizing people to the facility for family planning. That was also replicated in other ages where TCI did not choose. So we are doing our impact interventions achieved through these thematic areas: advocacy, service delivery, demand generation, and research monitoring and evaluation. Next slide. So these are some of our high impact interventions that TCI introduced to us, and the one that we already have that we are able to strengthen so that we could do more. These are a lot of them. There are so many. The whole site orientation, the quality improvement team, the family plan support organization, lots of them. We have family planning champions. We could see some of them here from our traditional leaders. Even the Honorable Commissioner is a family planning champion. Data validation to strengthen our data. To interest us that before they came on, we have our data, but we hardly know how to make the data to use them. So that's what these are just examples of some of our high impact interventions, which they have been instituted in the States, and which we also promise the TCI family that we are going to continue in the States. So at this juncture, I would like to call on the State Family Planning Coordinator, in person of Mrs. Elizabeth Kilby, to continue with the rest of the presentation. Let's give her a round of applause as she comes.
Thank you. So good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to thank Mr. Doi for taking the first 5 slides. Just permit me to use my laptop because I can't be turning my neck. So just take me as I am. So it's just the same thing that is there. So I would like to continue on the thematic areas that we worked with TCI, the achievement so far. I will start with the advocacy. The advocacy and the enabling environment and coordination. Under that, we know that our government had the financial commitment of this sum of money for the period that we worked with the Challenge Initiative. You know, for the period, we can see it there. Because of our time, our launch is waiting. So we could see there that the total fund committed by the government is 67,954,658 naira, you know, for the program of family planning throughout the period we work with TCI. Also, there were 263 statements in favor of family planning by our traditional leaders, community leaders, and our FP champions. You know, while some structures were established newly, some existing ones were also revamped. They include the Advocacy Working Group, the Family Health Initiative, Ogun, Interfaith Alliance, Social Behavioral Change Communication, then the Media Network. These are the structures. Under the service delivery, the milestone so far in the state, we're able to train, you know, capacity of 50 providers was strengthened on long-acting reversible contraceptive services. And hundreds, you know, were also reached through the on-the-job training, the FP supportive supervision, coaching, and mentoring. There was 72-hour makeover of 8 facilities in the state. FP supportive supervision were conducted in 389 facilities in the state. 37,615 persons were reached with family planning services through 198 adolescent and youth-focused interventions and 285 facility-based enriched services. Under the demand generation, 156 pieces of media coverage of family planning, population, and adolescent and youth sexual reproductive health topics, you know, were covered. You know, that's why we have someone that actually received an award, you know, for the media. 173,513 people were also reached with family planning messages through the demand generation interventions. 39,657 were referred during the demand generation interventions. And we could see that 46% have completed their referral. What do we mean by completing their referral? It means that when they are referred, they got to the facility, you know, they were attended to. They either, you know, received information on family planning and also received the service. Then referral linkages were strengthened between the traditional birth attendants and the health facilities. You know, there is a referral linkages so that we encourage our traditional birth attendants to refer promptly, you know, to the facilities. The impact of intervention on data and use for decision making. We all know that data is very, very important for decision making. You know, there is improved data quality through data validation meetings. There is an increase in the capacity of the MIA officers on data presentation and visualization. Decision makers and stakeholders were engaged in data use for decision making and quantification and procurement for commodities and consumables. Existing state data tools were modified through the TCI support to capture the age desegregated data, enabling the state to monitor the uptake of family planning. And at this juncture, I want us to give a round of applause to Ogun State, because Ogun State was the first among all, we are the first among all the implementing states. You know, even while we are using the 2013 data tools across Nigeria, we are the first to have the data disaggregation by age. You know, and also enhanced snapshots of updates of family planning methods, for clients 15 to 19, 20 to 24, and 25 years and above. That is the segregation. Then timeliness is ensured in our data reporting. Timing of data submission was improved through the use of the WhatsApp platform. The lateness in submission of data, was bridged even by the use of WhatsApp. You send your data on time, that will make it timely. Before the hard copy gets to the state, they will send it through the WhatsApp, which we know that most of our phones now, we can use it for WhatsApp. Then for our adolescents and youth reproductive health achievements, inclusion of budget for adolescent and youth reproductive activities across the MDAs. The PPMVs were also trained. They were coached and mentored to offer short-term methods and served as referral linkages. When they give these short methods, they give counseling to clients that go to them. When they opt for short-term methods, they give it. If they opted for long-term, they were not, encouraged to do that, because for those that were not trained. So they serve as a linkage, to refer to the facilities where they can have the services for the long-active reversible contraceptions. Then there is strengthening and coordination. The strengthened coordination platform through the CSOs and the PHCs were established. This one established relationship at the local government and the community. Our CSOs, the PPFN, Life Ambassador, and the likes, they were the people that actually helped us, even in the local government and the communities where TCI actually worked. Then strengthened adolescent and youth reproductive health, technical working group. This technical working group was established and it was strengthened by TCI. Then 55 young persons aged 18 to 24 were trained on advocacy and adolescent and youth mobilization. They were trained and institutionalized health pay ambassadors, the life planning for adolescent and youth ambassadors for continuous engagement. Now that TCI is stepping aside, definitely there is commitment there for us to be able to continue with this, our ambassadors. They are there already. We've trained them and they will continue with the work. Big sisters were also identified and engaged in advocacy and referral linkages. Improved amplified voices for adolescents and youth reproductive health in religious houses and gatherings were also there, established in the state for us to continue so that we'll be able to achieve the things more than what we achieved while TCI are with us. Then for the advocacy, adolescent youth sexual reproductive health, there is expanded access to family planning information and services. We could see from the chart there that we had TCI contributed to an 617% increase in adjusted annual family planning client volume among the clients aged 15 to 24, while comparing the baseline period, 12 months before TCI implementation to the period ending in June this year. This amount to 8,967 family planning clients in TCI AYRH demonstration facilities. So we could see that increase from 1,250 to 8,967. For client uptake trend or of methods, family planning methods, we could see the three. The fainted gray color, represent the permanent method. We could see it that it was actually increasing gradually and now flattening out, while the blue, which is the short method, the short acting method, you can also see it. Actually, there's increase, but not much. But for lack, you see that significant increase in the uptake of lack in the state. Whilst TCI was with us, we could see it that from that low as 1,000 plus to that 40,000 plus. This is what we have achieved during the period of implementation of TCI business unusual in the state. So this one, actually presents it well, clearly, for lack, the trend of implant uptake between 2013 and 2020. We could see that 2013, we have only 182 clients on it. And by the time TCI came in 2017, it increased to 24,792. And by June this year, we see that it has risen to 51,967. There is increased capacity of trained provider. There is sustained increase in the implant uptake through the demand generation interventions. 129% increase uptake between 2016 and 2017. And we could see there that there is 109% increase in uptake between 2017 and 2020. Nobody, okay. Challenges, fine, we have gotten achievements, but we still have some challenges. So, though the state commitment over the years in terms of family planning budgeting improved, but fund release has not been encouraging due to many factors. Then another challenge is that while there has been a great improvement in data reportage from the public facilities, data that from private health facilities still persist. These are areas we need to work on as a state. Then staff attrition is another challenge due to retirement, posting, transfer, relocations, and all sorts. Recommendations. Continue high-level advocacy for policy and decision makers in the state for increased budget and release of funds for family planning, improved coordination of players in adolescent and youth reproductive health for effective adolescent and youth reproductive health program support. Another recommendation is that there should be training should be incorporated on conducting simple, rapid data quality checks, understanding data elements, and data capturing for private health facilities, so that we'll be able to, harvest their data also. Then update to database of all trained personnel, including those by partners, those trained by partners, those trained by state. We should update their data on the database so that this could be used before they deploy staff. This will ensure right posting of trained staff and also optimize the skill that they have gained. When we train staff, we put them at the right facility, not just bombarding the one facility with trained staff while others are lacking. We want the database, to be updated, so that we can use it for right deployment of staff. Thank you for your attention, and thank you to TCI. We pray that God will grant you Donny mercies back. Thank you.
Can we give her another round of applause? Thank you so much, Ma, the State Family Planning Coordinator for Ogun State, Mrs. Ikeobi, for that presentation on achievement of Ogun State so far. So next on the agenda, we would round off this program, and I would like to take the vote of thanks. And I have the honor to call on the State Program Coordinator for TCI Ogun State, in person of Mrs. Busola Oyeyemi. Can we give her a round of applause as she comes up to give the vote of thanks? Yes, ma. Vote of thanks, ma. Can we give her another round of applause as she comes on stage? Thank you. No, come up stage, man.
It's been a wonderful afternoon, and I hope we all enjoyed these events, and we had one or two lessons to take home. So on behalf of TCI, Nigeria, and Ogun State in particular, I want to say a big thank you for your presence and your participation. We pray that the gains that we have brought with the help of TCI funding, the business as usual projects, we pray that the gains are sustained in the state. And we would like to use this opportunity to also encourage you to continue the good work. So once again, I say thank you very much for your presence. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you for your contribution to family planning program in Ogun State. And I also want to say a big thank you to the TCI Ogun State team, recognizing Mrs. Bumi Ojelade, Mr. Rotimi, and Mrs. Adekogba. Thank you so much for your contribution to family planning program in Ogun State. We are so grateful for that. Taking the closing remarks, I would like to call on the Director of Primary Healthcare, in person of Dr. Salimot Sani, to give us the closing remarks.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Commissioner for Health has chaired this occasion. The special advisors on health were also present. The two Royal Highnesses, let me call them Royal Highnesses, the Oba Begdonde of Sosaland, and the Elemulu of Itesi land. We have the team from the state, also led by the Executive Secretary of Ogun State Primary Health Care Board. We have the teams from the local government area. We have the team from the interfaith group. We have the partners, the supporting partners, and the media, ladies and gentlemen. We are very happy today. And personally, I have the opportunity to start the journey with TCI a few years back. And it was a very ceremonial entry then too, when TCI came. We had some baseline, data on health in which they worked on when they came. And I'm very happy today that we actually saw the differences, as the data was presented on the improvement that we'll have on reproductive health generally in the states with the advent of TCI. And I also want us to work on their theme, which is business in the unusual way. And we all agree with me, today we are actually celebrating this business in the unusual way. TCI worked with the states as a team, and for now, we still see TCI as one, of the partners that actually showcase what we meant by state-led implementation. And with that achievement, we believe that as a state, we will be able to sustain the gains that we have from working together with the Challenge Initiative. And therefore, I will especially appreciate the team, the state team of TCI is led by Mrs. Busola, who is a very great leader and a program person to the core. I will also appreciate the Dr. Victor Igaro, who is the director for TCI in Nigeria, in totality for the support for the activities on the states. Having appreciated the lead, I want to commend the TCI family too, the other staff. They actually worked with us as if they are working, for the state government too. We do not have, a line that, oh, this is TCI or this is the state. So we also commend them. That is, they actually took after the team lead. So based on that, I also appreciate other teams too and other partners that worked with us, especially on family planning and adolescents, on reproductive health, entirely. For us, we believe that if we do not have the great, cooperation and that great initiative, we may not be able to present the achievements we actually showcase today. So I congratulate the states, the TCI, on behalf of the executive secretary, that we really appreciate these outputs. And we believe that working together, again, we don't want to believe that, oh, because this is a closing of the project also, we still believe we still have one or two things to still gain for us to be able to improve health in the state. So to us, it is actually not a closing, but we are moving on to a better, interaction and cooperation for us to achieve the set goals. I also want to appreciate the other, the interfaith groups, the other groups that have worked together for these achievements, the FAHIO, the Family Health Initiative group that is ably represented here by the secretary, the other partners for working together with us. Hopefully, we will be able to ride on with these achievements to get more. So lastly, the state team, I also appreciate us, the directors, the reproductive health unit, the PRS department too, that worked together for us to be able to, get out this data, because it is the data that speaks. And when they make the presentation today, we actually saw that we've made a lot of achievements. So I want to appreciate us together, and I wish us a safe journey back to our various destinations. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ma, the Director of Primary Health Care. So we've come to the end of the program, the dissemination. So I want to appreciate everyone for coming. We pray that we have journey mercies back to our various destinations. And next on the agenda is item 7. We all have our meal tickets. So let's just, okay. He said we must eat this cake. So maybe when we are having our lunch, we'll be served. Okay, right now. Okay, we'll be served the cake right now before we move for our lunch. Then we can also take photographs, good photographs, interviews with media, and so on. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. We love you. Okay, the national anthem. The second stanza of the national anthem. Can we rise up on our feet? O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know. In love and honesty to grow and live in just and truth. Great lofty heights attain to build a nation where peace and justice reign. Thank you. Okay, so we can come around to pick our cakes and then go for our lunch. Okay, there is also souvenir at the back. Dr. Doyin. Mr. Doyin, please, can you coordinate that? Thank you. Okay, Mr.
money. It will help you to manage your time and attention. Get it together, you need to know. We need to talk more. Get it together, let we go.